Hey, Shalom Akyu. This is Baya Allah, and surrogate of GMS, surrogate of Yahawashi / GMS. With all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, Kahakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders at Greatmillstone. Told me this truth rule well, peace and salutations unto the shepherds that feed the sheep of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi. Yahawah being the Heavenly Father's name in ancient Hebrew. Which is a dark-skinned man, will be here, and his only begotten son, Yahawashi, who's also a dark-skinned man with woolly hair, who sprang forth out of Judah, alright? Which would be the so-called Negro tribe today, which is a tribe of Judah, alright? And also including the speckled birds, the Israelites who look like different nations, speak different tongues, who believe in this truth. And the few sisters Aqua that are sincere to you will say shalom. Alright. This is another quick video. Daily edification, daily exhortation. Alright. Going into this scripture here. Luke 12:49. So I'm gonna just start. It is Luke 12:49. It says, I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it already be kindled? Now it's in red letters. That's Yahawashi speaking. Alright? So when our Lord Yahawashi returns on the earth, all hell should be hell is gonna be on earth. All hell should be breaking loose, alright? Things will be on fire, alright? Insurrections up, civil unrest. You know, all these things are prophesied to happen, right? Matthew's the 24th chapter goes into that, all right? And I just want to get this real quick. I don't want to make this too long. Going into these forest fires, all right? Damn near all the forestation in the West Coast is destroyed, all right? And come to find out, a lot of these fires are man-made, all right? From the reports, other than, you know, the stories of the fires a few years back, all right, of these DEW weapons, direct energy weapons destroying houses, all right, and leaving the forestation, you know, around it, you know, intact, all right. So I never really heard of large fires in Colorado. All right, so I'm like, how the hell did those fires reach Colorado? Why? Because the elites, all right, or the rulers of this kingdom, Babylon the Great, all right, they're moving on with their New World agenda, all right, and one of those agendas, all right, is to burn down all the forests, all right, around the world, all right, that depletes the oxygen levels, and it also doesn't give you a way to survive, all right, in the forest. There would be nowhere to run, all right. You'll be solely dependent on this government for a new way of life, because everything around you will be destroyed, all right, either through the riots, through the civil unrest, or through these man-made fires and this man-made famine that's coming, all right, that's gonna hit everyone. Definitely probably this Thanksgiving, all right, and especially the end of this year into the next, all right. They're already going into the numbers, okay, and there's going to be a great famine, all right. It went to going into the millions, all right. That's on top of unemployment numbers, all right, here in the States, all right, going up another few million, but it's going to get far worse, all right. They're going into the I want to go off topic, going to these pantry lines, all right, and the numbers went up about 300%, all right, from what they were when things were normal, all right, before this pandemic started, all right, pandemic, all right, to collapse this economy or to bring the world to its knees, all right, to submit to this new world through via RFID technology, all right, which is biblical, which is the mark of the beast, okay. That's what the system is leaning towards, all right? They already got these new Amazon stores out where you don't need a cashier, you don't even need money, all right? You could just scan your hand, all right? You can scan your items in the cart, but soon it's going to be scan your hand, all right? You already have Japan and Sweden already submitting to the system. Full-blown RFID, market of beast technology for the new way of life, all right? And just a footnote, if you're a heathen, you can take as many chips as you want. Salvation is not for you. It's only for the elect of the nation of Israel, all right? So, and that consists of 144,000 prophets, all right? Disciples, teachers, all right? And then the rest is the great multitude, Revelation, the 7th chapter, which consists of men, women, and children. All right. So I'm gonna just read a little bit of this, going into the famine and going into how the only way you're gonna make it out of here is gonna be based upon faith only. All right. And that's why the Lord is using these devils is in prophecy to set the stage for it to be a faith-based salvation, okay? Nothing else is going to save you, all right? And you're seeing that, okay? That's what the Lord wants, pure faith, Him and the Son, okay? So it says, before 2002, all right, Colorado never had a 100,000 acre wildfire. Now it has its first 200,000 acre fire. Why is that? Right? Because like I said, even in this article, it shows that the biggest fire that they're having right now was man-made, or they don't want to investigate it or come up with the, the paperwork to show that these are man-made. All right? Because this is part of the Lord's plan, using Esau through his New World Order plan. All right? To bring down Babylon the Great, which is America. All right? To bring the wicked to their knees, all right? Starting with those underneath the elites, all right? Because the elites, all right, they're not going to suffer any of this, all right? They're going to go into slavery, all right? So the stage is being set, okay? So it says, back in April, fire chiefs across Colorado were so alarmed at the possibility of fighting a raging fire season this summer, also fighting a raging pandemic, that they urged government Geopolitics to preemptively issue a statewide fire ban. It could be catastrophic depending on how dry it gets and how hot it gets, one fire chief says. All right. But it says the Colorado Sun complied a list of every fire in the state since 2000 that has burned more than 10,000 acres. All right, and it goes into the charts. All right, that I just want to skip through this real quick. It says what really makes 2020 stand out is the size of its big fires. All right, prior to 2002, Colorado had never had a fire in recorded history to exceed 100,000 acres or anything even close. All right. So 2020, people can't wait till 2020 is gone. All right. For 2021, this is going to be far worse, because this is part of what? Another plan within that New World Agenda, which is what? Agenda 21. There's no escaping this thing. There's no escaping prophecy, either the left or right, which the right is in control of the left. Okay? This is what you see. All right? So, there's something I want to get to. There's something, the article I want to get to. Paragraphs. It says the 2020 fire season is unusually late. That's a sign that this thing is being set off, all right, by other means, other than natural means. Okay. It says, but none of 2020's 10,000 acre fires started in that month. It said human-caused fires are more destructive. Okay? So it's no coincidence that their biggest fires, all right, are happening this year, along with the COVID, along with everything else. All right? So, let me see. But this is the point right here. It says this makes sense when lightning starts a fire in an isolated area. Firefighters are apt to let it burn itself out rather than fight it aggressively. And the fire grows bigger than it might have otherwise. This is the case with the Middle Fork fire this year, which was started by lightning and has burned nearly 20,000 acres in remote forest land north of Steamboat Springs, so far posing little threat to people or property. But the big fires that destroy things, those are usually started by people. Okay? See the chart, human, it's a the biggest chunk. And then they have undetermined. Alright? So, you read more, it goes into the investigations of these fires. But the point was that you're gonna need faith, all right, to be delivered in this situation. All right, there's gonna be no way out of this thing. All right. Now, if there's any more, I would read, but now I'm gonna go right into scripture, man. There's a paragraph I kind of, skipped through. It, Salaki. But going into Job 5:19, it says, the Lord speaking through Job. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7th there shall no evil touch thee. And that's only speaking to the elect. Alright? And it says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Because that's what's coming. Esau, his sword, going back to Revelation 12:12. He's about to come down having great wrath because he knows that he have but a short time. The devil, alright? This is Esau with his militias, his military. Alright? That he was blessed with as Esau, alright? The power of the sword and deception. Alright? It says, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field. Alright? And the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. Alright? So you have nothing to worry about. If you've been doing the right things, praying to Yahawah to the best of your ability, alright, following the high holy days, and for those who teaching his word, bringing out these videos, and those who are on the highways and byways, alright, every week doing this thing, those that are allotted to do so, you're right, man. Nothing to worry about. Alright? Though the scriptures say some of us will be beheaded as a witness unto Yahawashi, some of us gonna be thrown in jail. Alright? But the point is, faith is gonna deliver us, alright? And Yahawashi, he's gonna deliver us through this thing. Okay? So you run into the wooded areas, it's not gonna save. It's being destroyed as we speak. The very last bit of it. Alright, in America mainly, alright? That's what I'm mainly focused on. Alright? And all around the world. All the forests that are being destroyed. So there's no escaping this thing. And it's going into the famine as well, because you're not gonna be able to hunt the animals, because the animals are being destroyed through the destruction of the forest. So it's gonna be no food anywhere. Alright? You're gonna have to be a faith-based Israelite, alright? With these false Israelite camps, like IUIC, ISUPK, alright? Are shunning against the true men of the Lord, which is in Greatmillstone, and those who teach the likewise doctrine, 100% true. All right. So I'm gonna close it out real quick, and I'm gonna go into, let me see, Revelation. You can read it yourself, but it's going into the trumpets. All right, you can read that yourself. The very things you see right now is what's written in these verses here. All right, from 6 on down. All right, going into the wormwood. All right, going into the mountains burning with fire. All right, and that's twofold. That's actually talking about the forest being burnt, being destroyed. All right, to bring on this great famine. All right, the Lord is going to use to destroy a lot of people on the planet Earth, but it's also going into what? The nuclear destruction, all right, of Babylon the Great, aka America and other parts of the world. All right, and it goes into hell and death was cast into the lake of fire. All right, it's going into Babylon the Great. So I didn't want to make this video too long. You can read Revelation 8th chapter on down, even into the beginning of the 9th, going into trumpets, and I would explain even more. All right, the Lord is open your eyes and you can receive this truth. All right, hey, get with the program, man. So I hope this video was edifying to the elect who needed to hear it. So until next time, Shalom, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawah, Barakatum. All right, Shalom.